Welcome to my shop. It's been some time. Well, I did do a YouTube short. All right, so it's that time of year again when it's hot outside, which means it's also hot in your shop. I don't know how many people are actually watching those that follow this channel. I'm doing a new type of video going forward, probably once a month in addition to my other videos. This video is not gonna have anything specific, like a specific build or a tool review or anything like that. It's just gonna be an update on my shop, maybe some new tools that I bought, but not full reviews, projects that I'm working on for myself personally, possibly what next project I'll be doing for my YouTube channel. So again, as I said, not many people watch these types of videos. Like I've done my shop vlogs in the past and I only get a few hundred views. However, that said, this will be for my true fans and subscribers, and without you, I wouldn't be doing this, so hopefully you'll get something out of it and appreciate this content. In regards to names for this segment, I think I'm going to use State of the Shop. If you have any other ideas, please comment down below. I was throwing around other ideas like Welcome to the Wood Shop, but that's already another vlog. I was also thinking about Shop Talk, but I don't really like that name. I think I'm gonna go with State of the Shop and try to do this monthly, so I can show you the state of the shop and how it looks when it's not cleaned up. Well, hello there. Here's my workbench, and as you can see, it's pretty chaotic and pretty messy. But I have been working on several things. So over the last month or two, I've been making a lot of personal woodworking projects, such as a Mother's Day gift for my wife, birthday gift for my wife, planters for the moms in my life. They're smaller projects that I really haven't filmed anything, but I might if anybody's interested in seeing how I made those things. And on the bench right now, I'm making some more planters. I have 7 planters on the bench, and I've done a lot of tests. I tested some tung oil from walrus oil. It's okay, I think it would be really good for outdoor projects, but these are gonna be more geared towards inside, and I'm using furniture finish from walrus oil. All right, I think I'm gonna sit down for this one so you can actually see. I recently, well, relatively recently, maybe in the last couple months, purchased a scroll saw, and I purchased this scroll saw off Facebook Marketplace. This is a Central Machinery scroll saw that you can find new at Harbor Freight. I purchased this for $50 and it was in really good shape, only had been used a few times, and I've been using this to make smaller pieces such as the earrings for my wife. I originally was using I think a 9-inch bandsaw to cut those out. And I felt that was like fine, but the earrings get really small, so going to a scroll saw has just been immensely better. And I also use this scroll saw to make a Mother's Day gift for my wife. And it was the first time doing any kind of scroll saw art. And I think it turned out okay. Another thing that's really cool about the scroll saw is that you can attach a pedal to it. You can control it by attaching the pedal. And I bought the pedal at Harbor Freight. So the pedal was like 15 bucks. This was $50, and I think it's a good tool to have in the shop if you're working on smaller, more intricate pieces and or doing any kind of finer art pieces with your with woodworking. One thing that I would really like to do, and I guess this is a segue, is make a sign using my scroll saw for my new logo. So if you've noticed, I just generally had my name in the title, and I asked a good friend of mine named Ben to make a logo for me, and in exchange I'm gonna make him some Viking chairs. The logo is awesome, and I hope you like it too. I'm excited to kind of build up the brand of this channel and of Dave Made, and I'm hoping to take it to the next level this year. So follow along with me on that journey, which it's a whole other thing in itself. It's a lot, but we're going in the right direction. I'm excited. The next tool that I have added to the shop is a Rikon 1-inch belt and disc sander. This thing has been awesome, especially making smaller pieces like the wooden earrings that I made for my wife, and also the Mother's Day art project that I made for her on Mother's Day. I didn't make it on Mother's Day. I made it before Mother's Day. I knew Mother's Day was coming. It's not like it snuck up on me and I totally forgot to get her something. Anyways, this thing has been great for like sanding down small edges, getting to the line a lot quicker. It has been great for the smaller pieces. I can keep my fingers. I don't have to get that close with like the bandsaw. My previous method was flipping over my belt sander or my orbit sander, clamping it down and using that, and it worked. But this being a dedicated machine first off, and also 2-in-1 has been great. This thing just is so much more powerful than that and has been a time saver, helped me be a little bit more efficient in the shop. Another thing that I think would help me with making smaller pieces like jewelry or things like that would be a Dremel. And I don't know which one, maybe the stylo I think is what it's called, just to kind of round over the edges on the jewelry or the earrings and things like that that I make. It's probably safer than running it over my router on the router table, but let me know, what are your thoughts on a Dremel, and maybe I can get into more wood carving stuff, but I could use hand tools. I don't know what would be best. I'm learning something new. Maybe I'll add this into the channel, and my wife keeps telling me I should make more wooden jewelry. I don't know why she would be biased towards that at all, but I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, and Rikon, I don't think I've owned any other Rikon products until I purchased this, and it also led me into the next purchase that I'm going to show you in the next edition in the shop, which has been awesome. Ah, just knocked the microphone off. All right, test. Okay. Oh, it's my old table saw I'm trying to sell. This is the next tool that I added to my shop, and I've been wanting to add this for a while. This is the 14-inch Rikon bandsaw, and it is the model 10-326. This thing is awesome. It's a beast. I set this up all by myself.
Lower back pain, neck pain, upper back pain.
It's heavy. I recommend setting it up with somebody else, but I got too excited. I'm primarily using this to resaw lumber, and I've resawed several boards already, and even with the stock blade that it came with, it has just torn through it like butter. It's great. The construction on this is super sturdy. I went with this model because it had the storage in the bottom, has cast iron, it has the resaw fence that comes with it, and it also has cast iron wheels on the inside. I believe they're cast iron. And I just felt having one that was built like a tank would be better for longevity and just durability. And I plan on having this forever. I love this bandsaw. I've been just resawing. I did some test cuts and whatnot to like break down rough lumber, which I felt it's a lot safer to break down rough lumber on a bandsaw than it is going straight to the table saw. So once I mill up the wood, I'll go rip it down to final width on my table saw. But starting with rough lumber, I'm using just the bandsaw. And like I said, I am using the stock blade that it came with, and I am not disappointed. I thought it would be shitty, and it's been great. So I did buy a resaw blade that I have yet to put in because this has just been performing better than I expected. This is the Wood Slicer Precision Resaw Blade, and I purchased this from Highland Woodworking based on many recommendations on the internet. And luckily I haven't had to use it yet, but I'm sure I will as I resaw more boards. Yeah, this has been a great addition to the shop. I'll probably do a review video on it in the future. If you're looking at getting a Rikon 10-326 or a 10-324, which I don't think they have cast iron wheels on the inside, I would get one. They're awesome. Another thing I forgot to mention about the Rikon bandsaw is for any of those sea service veterans out there, it smells like an old ship. That's just a bonus feature. In terms of future projects that I'm working on, that Rikon bandsaw came with a pallet, and people love to hate pallet wood. So I figured, just to be a jerk, I'm gonna make a video using the pallet wood. So stay tuned for that. I'm still also making a video on how to make a video. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I make a video. That one is very in-depth, so I've been writing the script out, and I wanna make sure I have as much information in there for those who are interested in how I make my videos or who are looking to start making videos on YouTube of their woodworking. I'm going to not really keep it specific to woodworking videos, but obviously I'm writing what I know and I'm going to talk about what I know, and that means making woodworking videos on YouTube. I want to kind of make it a more general video for the algorithm, but it will be primarily covering how I make my woodworking videos. And I think there are some things in there that will transfer to any type of video on YouTube that you want to make. I'm not saying, hey, look at me, I know what I'm doing. I clearly don't know what I'm doing, but I just want to share some tips and tricks and insights on how I make my videos. And that leads us back to kind of where we started with this video, and that's just kind of talking about what I'm currently working on. So as I mentioned, I'm working on some planters as gifts, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't know who watches my videos and if any of the people receiving these gifts will, but I need to make a batch of them. And I have been using rough sawn cedar, and I've been using the Rikon bandsaw to resaw it, just to have smaller boards, and then gluing them up together, sanding, and doing all sorts of nice stuff to it. And oh God, I love the smell of cedar. I know it's not gonna retain its smell unless you sand it, but I'm gonna be putting finish on it as well. Oh, it smells so good in this shop right now. Just want to curl up with a blanket and a hot cocoa and play Christmas music or something. I don't know. There's something about cedar I love. This project has some meaning to me because they're gifts for people that I really appreciate, and I hope they're going to like them. I have to make a few batches. So the first batch, I made 7 of them, and then another batch I think I have to make 6 or 7 more. So hopefully I can get these done soon because they do take a little bit of time, and I had to figure out exactly how I was going to do it. Was I just going to use a full block of cedar, like cut these into blanks and then get it down to final dimension, or was I going to rip it into multiple boards? I decided to rip it into multiple boards just because of the expansion and contraction of the cedar, and it seems to crack very easily. So for stability purposes, like sandwiching 3 pieces together, gluing them together, jointing them, and getting it all nice and flat and square seemed to be the best way to go. There are still some splitting in the cedar, which I know is normal. I have a moisture meter, and I made sure that they sat in my shop for a long time. I think these are like 8%. I think that's fine. It'll be fine. And besides, they're gonna have water in them anyways. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but it's a thought that counts, right? Well, that's all I have for this video, and I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this new state of the shop vlog style video for my channel, and if you did, please subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hit that like button and also the notification bell, because that'll let you know when I put a new video up. And hopefully it won't be as long as I did for the last ones, but I'm just kind of giving a little bit more of a behind the scenes with these and just kind of update on what I'm doing and where I'm going. I really do appreciate the support and you following along this woodworking journey. I've been making these videos going on 2 years soon. With your support, I can continue to make more content. I'm hoping to make it more entertaining, knowledgeable, educational, both, just more entertaining. I'm just hoping you get something out of it is what I'm trying to say. And I appreciate you watching, and until next time, take care.